this video, I'm going to be taking apart the engine of my 2020 YZ125X. I did a video very similar to this one at 85 engine hours, and now we're at 145. Just like the other video I made at 85 engine hours, this isn't a rebuild tutorial. It's more of an inspection to show how the performance parts I've installed affect the engine's reliability. Since the day I bought the bike, I've been running the Lectron H-Series carb, Boyson rad valve, Apex head, and a funnel web air filter. I've assembled these parts into the Freight Train Performance Package, which can be purchased on my website. Head over to BeRAD-products.com to check it out along with other cool items. I'd like to thank Nick at MHR here in Michigan for helping with the rebuild. It allowed me to focus on filming and making this awesome video for you guys. So let's take it apart and see what the inside looks like. So I'll just let the video roll as we begin reassembling the engine. Of course, we did a really nice clean of everything, including vapor blasting all of the cases. So to start, I will say that the cylinder was in really good shape still. There was minimal scoring. It really didn't look any different than the last time I had it apart at 85 hours. The crank was in perfect concentricity. There was no issue with that. No looseness in it, no run out. So that was all looking really good. The piston had a little bit of carbon buildup on top and was starting to develop some scoring, but overall looked pretty good. The only thing that truly needed replacing was the stator side crank seal, which happened to be damaged and leaking. Apparently this is a very common problem on YZ125 engines, so we weren't too worried about it. It also explains why for the past 20 hours or so, the bike has had more of an erratic idle and sometimes sounded very lean. Some cool news, Dick's Oil Co. reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try out their oil after seeing my previous rebuild video. Given the obvious innuendo possibilities and the fact that the owner, Alex, seems like a rad dude, I figured it could lead to some fun opportunities. I told him to send me a jug of Dick's. Now, like any product, I won't directly endorse it until I have proven it to be good quality. This rebuild is putting brand new OEM crank, bearings, seals, cylinder, piston, and rings in. Essentially, the motor is brand new top to bottom and will provide fair grounds to test the oil. I will take it all apart again in another 50 to 100 hours and see how things are holding up. If all is good, you can expect the oil to be on my website. The Freight Train kit is so good if you're riding hard enduro on a 125, or a 250 for that matter. With the XC dome and the Apex head, it optimizes bottom and mid-range power. The Lectron offers incredibly consistent and accurate fueling, so you don't have to worry about fouling out at low RPM. The rad valve enables superb throttle response, and the funnel web filter ensures your engine is breathing well and staying clean. The kit is also great for any other type of riding, as you certainly don't sacrifice top-end power either. MX domes are available and can be swapped out as often as you please. The Lectron also improves over-rev capability, and paired with the MX dome is an absolute weapon. Be sure to check it out. The thing I was most surprised by is how well my clutch held up. With all the clutch popping, wheelies, and just really aggressive hard enduro stuff on a 125 riding I do, I really thought the basket would be very grooved and the plates would be near worn out, but it was in pretty much new shape, so no sense in replacing that quite yet. I'll keep running it and check back in on the next rebuild. So you've got to be wondering by now what that badass engine stand is. These are handmade by Nick himself over at MHR. They're stainless steel and aluminum construction, and let me tell you, they will make your rebuilds so much easier. I've just added these for sale on my website, so go ahead and pick one up. Well, after nearly 150 hours of abuse, it's pretty safe to say that the Freight Train kit is providing very reliable power gains. The engine was even more healthy than I expected it to be. If you have any questions about the bike or anything else, feel free to email me. Full on stoppy mode here.
Check that out.
Way easier than the 250s, huh?
Oh, dude.
So you gotta lift up the back. There you go. And come forward toward me more in the back.
Alright, fresh rebuild, crank, cylinder, piston, everything, bearings. Let's hope it runs. Oh, I probably need choke. Whew, almost. The idle might have been turned down too much. Yeah, so I took apart the carburetor, cleaned everything, and I guess my idle was a little messed up. So once I cracked the throttle, fired right up. Alright, so this is the first time running the Dix oil in here. It smells great. Yeah, frick. Just remember to put your dicks in it, I guess. Kyle, no, not like that.
Whoa,
Dude,
whoa!
what the hell?
You said put your dick in it.
No, the oil.
Oh!
So at one point in time, I ended up richening the Electron carburetor by about a quarter turn or so. I now know this was to account for the leaky crank seal, so the carb is running a little rich currently, but that's okay for the break-in. Alright, let it cool down and then warm it up again. I'm most excited to just be back on the 125 with a fresh motor, but I also can't wait to put some more hours on it and then tear it down again and show you guys how it looks. Don't forget to click the link in the description to check out the MHR engine stand and other products. Every engine stand ships for free. Just add it to your cart and the discount will be applied automatically.